Gastrointestinal tract part 2, GIT. In the previous lecture we talked about the mouth, esophagus, stomach. Then we will talk about the small intestine, then the large intestine. The body's major digestive organ is the small intestine. It is the site of nutrient absorption into the blood. As we talked in the previous lecture, this is the esophagus, here is the lower esophageal sphincter, and here is the stomach. We have the fundus, we have the body, and we have the pylorus. Here is the lesser curvature, and here is the greater curvature. So this is the stomach. Now we will talk about the small intestine. It is divided into three parts. The first part called the duodenum, jejunum, ileum. The duodenum is the first part. It connects the stomach by the small intestine and the large intestine. So the duodenum, it is the first part. It has fourth part or three parts of duodenum, first part and second part and third part. Then it is by this color, it is duodenum, and here is the jejunum, and here is the ileum. It is very important to know the length of the duodenum. It is like this esophagus. It is 25 centimeter. The jejunum is 2.5 meter or meter. Ileum is 3.5 meter or meter. The small intestine is the source of enzyme that mixed with the chyme of the stomach, mixed with this enzyme. There is also secretions from the pancreas and from the gallbladder. We have the bile salt. The inner layer of the small intestine, it has projections like finger-like projection. It is called villi, intestinal villi, finger-like structure formed by the mucus. It gives small intestine more surface area. The enzymes of the small intestines from the brush border break double sugars into simple sugars and complete some protein digestion. The protein first digestion was in the stomach, now it will be completed in the small intestine. Pancreatic enzyme plays a major digestive function, helps to complete digestion of starch, the first starch digestion in the mouth. Carry out about half of all protein digestion. Water absorption along the length of the small intestine, and in small intestine it is the end product of digestion. Most substances are absorbed by the active transverse through the cell membrane. Lipids are absorbed by diffusion. Substances are transported to the liver by the hepatic portal vein or lymph. Now we will talk about the large intestine. It is large in diameter but shorter than the small intestine. we just remember when we talk about the small intestine, it is divided into three parts: duodenum, jejunum, ileum. So the ileum is the terminal part of the small intestine. Now we will go to the large intestine. So ileum is the terminal part. So here is the ileum. Ileum is here. It is the terminal part of the small intestine. Now we will go to the large intestine, started by sphincter here called ileocecal valve. There is valve here called ileocecal valve. Then we will go to the cecum. Here is the cecum, and the cecum is the first part of the large intestine. Then we go to the colon. Here is the ascending colon. Then we have the transverse colon, and we have the descending colon. Then we will go to the sigmoid colon. Finally we reach the rectum and the anal canal. We have here flexion or flexure, and we have here flexure. Here is this area is for the spleen here, so it is called splenic flexure. And here we have the liver in the left side, so it is called hepatic flexure. Splenic flexure and hepatic flexure. Splenic flexure, hepatic flexure. So we have the large intestine starting from the cecum, then ascending colon, then transverse colon, and we have descending colon, and we have sigmoid colon. The function of the large intestine: absorption of water and elimination of the ingestible food for the body as feces. This process is called defecation. As we called, we have the large intestine, colon, ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, and sigmoid colon. Then we go to the rectum, then the anus. Pancreas, it is not elementary, it is accessory intestinal or accessory GIT organs. Pancreas produce wide spectrum digestive enzyme that break down all category of food. This enzyme are secreted into the duodenum. Alkaline fluid introduced with enzyme neutralize the acidic chyme, and endocrine produce products of pancreas like insulin, glucagon, and somatostatin. Pancreas is retroperitoneum composed of head, body, and tail. Here is the head, and here is the body, and here is the tail. Endocrine and exocrine gland, common bile duct, and major pancreatic duct lead to the ampulla of water. Then second part of duodenum through the sphincter of Oddi. So we have here the food comes from the stomach to the duodenum. In the duodenum, the second part of duodenum, there is ampulla of water. Ampulla of water is here, and we have the pancreatic duct here, and we have the common bile duct here. Here is the gallbladder. It has a duct, enters to the common bile duct and pancreatic duct. Here it is have duct here. All of these ducts are opens to the second part of the duodenum in area called ampulla of water. There is sphincter there called sphincter of Oddi. The liver, largest gland in the body, it is located in the right side of the body under the diaphragm, consists of 4 lobes, suspend for the diaphragm and the abdominal wall by a falciform ligament, connected to the gallbladder via the common hepatic duct. Here is left hepatic duct, and here is the right hepatic duct, and we have here cystic duct. All these 3 ducts opens to one duct called common hepatic duct. This common hepatic duct goes down toward the duodenum, and the pancreatic duct also goes toward the duodenum. Here it forms ampulla of water and sphincter of Oddi. They give their secretion to the duodenum and their enzymes to digest the food and chyme. The peritoneum. Peritoneum, it is the membrane which protects the abdominal wall. We have parietal peritoneum and visceral peritoneum. The parietal peritoneum lines the wall of the abdominal pelvic cavity internally, and the visceral peritoneum covers some of the organs in the cavity. Mesentery. Mesenteries are double sheets of peritoneum surrounding and suspend portion of digestive organ. We have peritoneal fold, the first fold called falciform ligament, attached to the liver to the anterior of the abdominal wall and diaphragm. Greater omentum, which is fatty apron, hang anteriorly from the stomach, double layer enclosed fat. Mainly it is in the stomach for the greater curvature, and in the lesser omentum it covers the lesser curvature. And mesentery proper suspend and wrap the small intestine, and the mesocolon suspend and wrap the colon parts, transverse mesocolon and sigmoid colon. Here is a picture of the peritoneum from outside. Thank you.